สวัสดีครับผม Hello everyone. Welcome back to Tong Get Break channel, and my name is Tong, and welcome back to Disco Elysium streaming with me. So yeah, if you can see me, I'm a little bit look tired today, so a lot of things happened today. So yeah, I'm just gonna go straight to this game, and I hope you enjoy today's streaming, and don't forget to subscribe and follow me, so so I can have more inspiration to continue with this streaming actually. So yeah, we're back for this one now actually. It's been a while. Hey, this one. Keep on playing. So last time, okay, before we keep on go, let me just see. It's around 4 right now, so speed bottles. How many bags do I have right now? 5 bottles, okay. Hmm. Is this club better than this one? Half-Life. Nah, I don't want to wear it right now, actually. Yeah. Fine body clothes. Fine sing sang song. So today I'm just doing some of the product of fruits actually. That's why I'm a little bit like a little bit messed up right now. I look kind of messed up right now actually. So just lots of things happened. Okay, so should we put a body right now? Right now my perception is 8 now, so yeah, let's just do it. Why not?
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side.
Well, it's down.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy.
Field autopsy.
Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
The RCM's 4-phase murder scene processing menu.
The fuck are they on about?
Cop's gonna cut his shit up.
Don't we have someone else to cut this shit?
It's not about cutting. And no, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain, from autopsy to cleanup to social work.
Ah, yes.
You
okay.
are. Your station would not have assigned you on this case if you weren't. Now,
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
What exactly?
come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 38 single, A Puis Descent, to crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
Why don't you know what use are you?
You must have me confused with the Copperpedia.
Who's Copperpedia?
you, sir.
Oh.
You are the Copperpedia.
Unfortunately, no. Let's not go glove hunting, please. Let's use division of labor. I perform the anatomical side, while you take notes. That's right.
Okay.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with,
Assistant.
That's you.
Alright, so right initial.
the corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says,
KK57 dash 0803 dot 0815.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date 0803 and time of arrival 0815 on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not you. That's because he doesn't want to bring up the messy question of your initials.
And what would that make the alphanumeric?
HDB 41 0803. Help me out with the time of day, anyone. 10:15. It's understated.
Good. Let's go with that.
Names.
NA. Next.
Date of birth.
NA.
Age.
Roughly 50.
That'd be 50.
Try 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
I'm gonna write 42.
He nods.
Race.
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Muindi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish. The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sex.
Fucky!
Male.
Pigs can have sex.
Right male.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Date of birth.
We're still going with March 4th. 51.
Okay.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
HDB 41 0803.1015 listens motionless with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
Elements of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
What exactly is treatment anyway?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
How did you not know that? Aren't you a cop? You're leaving a weak impression here. Say something sure-handed. Don't overdo it. It's okay to be unsure.
I'm not sure. Did the footprints?
They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dock workers.
Mm-hmm.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Road, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed. Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else. And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH.
GRIH.
42 deceased persons found today. 42 stations of breath.
We should start the post-mortem.
ใช่เพจ
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copy paper tries to answer why.
external examination
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
alright
The rest of the clothes have been removed post-mortem by scavengers in order to get to the victim's ceramic armor. Officers are in search of the missing pieces. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire. If you are to keep them for yourself, as you ought to, you have deserved them more than anyone else.
write down
Tattoos.
stand up
The upper torso is covered in a single continuous tattoo resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene using a Trigat Mini. The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck,
next
tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing.
write down
Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
His hair feels wet, soaked with rain,
so we were
cold to touch. Not that different from a living person after a swim.
so we said gently
The stench is suffocating. Strands of dark brown hair start sticking to your hand like thread off a rag doll's head.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs, consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity. You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest, consistent with predation.
write down
Ligature mark.
very good mark small knife other hands pulling out on the belt oh
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
oh yeah prepare
The hanged man lets out a joyous little bubble of rot from his nose.
good thing we got these
Always good to think ahead. Now, we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
okay
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the yeast. You jam the cutters right under the knot. That seems like a smart idea. Yeah, somewhere there. Already they're buried deep in the man's flesh.
oh
Then you rotate them to get a better hold. Then a really, really bad smell is coming from there now. And some kind of cracking sound.
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck that faggot. Corpse fucking time.
oh god
Told you my pig was hardcore.
I should have a go first. I think I have a strategy.
Okay.
He sinks the cutters into the knot, preparing to perform the cuts with his elbow to his knee for precision. Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
Here,
He hand me back my chain cutter.
the rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck, on the nape. Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact. Genitalia.
Genitalia. Oh,
No! Let's get out and see!
I fucking knew it!
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
inspect it.
The dead man's penis is average sized,
Oh my god.
congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven in length, hanging underneath. The genitalia is greenish. Marbling is present around the crotch.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
Lower intact. Combat injury on the right hand, thighs and hip. No.
Bullets have bitten little pieces out of him. It must have been excruciating, especially the hip. Before you is a temple of pain that knew little tenderness in life.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
Write down.
Last item, hands.
Hands. Pick up the hand.
The hand is surprisingly heavy to lift,
Oh.
filled with decay liquids. Feels
Ugh.
as though it could explode if squeezed harder. You're suddenly repulsed, so much so you feel compelled to drop it.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling.
Injury or from staggering. Were we expecting any?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment. Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Internal.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
If I may add the moral of the story.
What would that be?
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of his story.
The brains is really valuable to compromising his blood supply.
I think that may well be the moral of every story, officer.
Okay, thank you.
Good. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related.
Okay.
Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A
Gently.
rotting smell erupts from
Ugh.
the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Yeah.
You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh, like the creaking of an old house at night.
Ugh.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable.
Write down.
Respiratory system.
Respiratory system. He began to pry open his dead man's jaw. He stopped for instant more force. Both hands are used.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen.
Ugh.
Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his. No, you don't. You can keep it in. You can keep anything in.
Write down.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
NA. Don't we have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
No.
Neither am I.
So that's it.
That's it.
Okay.
Same for toxicology and serology, NA.
Both.
Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there,
Completionist in me wonder if there's anything something we can still do.
like a toxicology screening. At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if he was brimming with cocaine. But still, you should add a request.
Add request.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging.
Write down.
Gastrointestinal.
Gastrointestinal sign of approach belief. This is the last thing on the list.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Voila.
What's next on the list?
Description of injuries.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest,
Okay.
and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
What about the injuries we have inflicted?
Oh, so we inflicted them?
I mean, okay, I have inflicted.
Okay, so there's an incision on the thorax from a chain cutter. I wouldn't mention it. Better not to muddy the waters.
So back to injuries.
Injuries.
Bite marks.
Head, chest and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted.
Write it down.
And your opinion, officer?
Opinion. Head, chest, scalp, bite marks, injuries. By bird. Non-lethal.
Agreed.
Mm.
Next injury.
Concussion.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Okay.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Non-fatal.
Right. Next.
Ligature mark.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters.
Okay.
The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Write down.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
First, how did it go?
Well, we established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy. We also requested a toxicological screening. That was thorough. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks, if we are lucky. I will not hold my breath.
What else?
We were thorough with the list of injuries, too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
Thank you.
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg for processing.
I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
Shoot, Looney Rooney. Come back later, Corporal. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Ugh. So, hold on. Oh, I can level up. Okay.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
Oh no, I don't want to.
Come back later, Corporal.
Your arms reach
Yes!
out and your eyes
Woo!
close. as if by their own volition.
You
It's
run, reach
dark
out
all
here.
around. You feel cold, slippery flesh, first with your fingertips, then under the palm of your hand.
On the palm of my hand. What is this? What?
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a spider, your hand crawls over his features. Everything is silent.
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat sore lips. Like spider, your hands crawl over his features. Crawl up his nostril.
They are swollen shut. You need to really push to get in.
Oh!
Only the little one fits. The flesh changes shape as you bore in, searching for something in the cartilage.
Oh!
The fuck is he doing?
The thing you're looking for, it's not there. Call out, spider.
Put your finger in his mouth. Let me see. Oh
The
God!
oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth,
Base of the mouth.
lolling around like a scallop.
This feels right. No.
A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your naked hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from the throat, and there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate,
Oh God.
you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye.
Oh.
It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened. An abrasion collar. This is what we're after.
Abrasion color.
Kuno is silent. A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from
Ugh.
the wound.
Put your finger in.
Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up.
Oh.
Tissue damage.
Hmm.
Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
Oh. How the hell am I doing that on here?
The fuck is happening?
Ah, shit, see?
Brainstem.
Yes, that's what this part is called.
Feel around.
The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex.
What the hell?
This man will never sleep again. Never wake.
Push deeper.
Your fingers slide into the remains of his limbic system.
Oh.
There is no resistance. It's gelatinous.
Gelatinous.
The
Oh.
slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres. The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper.
Fucking cavity, see?
Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull.
Oh,
the
God.
cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow.
Wiggle in.
Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly.
Oh.
Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper until you feel it on the tip of your finger. Sharp, serrated material.
Huh?
The edges cut right into your skin. The pain is barely noticeable under the adrenaline rush.
Can you get to it?
There's a tiny crack, a protrusion in the cranium, right in the back of his head. Your finger must be pointing straight at it. From the inside, the object that is in there stops just short of the skull, in the encephalus, knocking this tiny fracture into the cranium.
We have the makings of very small exit wound here.
Forget about the fucking exit wound, Beano. The pig is wearing him like a fuck puppet.
Kids, shut up. Yes. Oh.
You pick the object between your index and middle finger. Feels sharp, like metal. You press your teeth together. Your jaw is clenched. All you need to do is just
slowly pull your finger out.
The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. Sweat dripping down your brow. Careful not to lose the prize between your fingers. With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth, covered in blood up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower, a blossom made of lead.
Ah, lead.
Fucking beautiful!
A bullet.
Yeah.
The bullet falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-caliber. Rifle. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact.
Wow, so we have some kind of rifle weapon, you know. Can I have it?
Of course. You've earned it.
Thank you.
We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion collar. Soft palate, back of mouth. High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
Sound about right.
Opinion, fatal injury.
Agreed.
And one last thing. We should amend injury number 3. Ligament mark. My opinion, non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
Treatment?
Treatment, officer, is an attempt to manipulate the body after death, to hide the real cause with a false cause. In this case, this injury here.
Okay.
Yes, and the belt around his neck, the hanging, even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
Agreed.
I have had my doubts since you showed me the tracks. Why did they carry him over? Why not march him, I thought. There was no satisfying explanation. There have been other signs too.
Find the
Small
bullet.
details. Everything is too neatly designed for us to assign probable cause here, as we did, full-heartedly. Well, no more.
There is, of course, the very real possibility he was both shot and hanged.
Maybe the bullet hold more answers?
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
Yeah. Maybe they just shoot him while they hang him.
To put him out of his misery?
Yeah.
It's possible, but it doesn't explain all the other dubious things.
Yeah, lack of struggle, yeah.
Primarily. I may be intellectually sloppy, but I prefer one theory at a time. And this just smacks of treatment to me.
Yeah, who would do this?
That's for us to find out. But this, it will make finding them just a little easier.
Why would anyone do this?
To hide something. The real killer, the real motivation, what really happened here.
I think I need to watch myself.
Oh, you really, really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening.
Thank God I still have that room. What happened next?
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day.
Aw.
Work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this. I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing.
Yes.
Great work, detective.
Thank you, Kim.
The word lingers in the air of the yard. Far away, dogs are barking. Further yet, the sound of motor traffic. Detective.
Hey.
After you bag the corpse, Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You can do side tasks and even the main case, but it might be more difficult. Plan his exit accordingly.
Okay. So after back, we'll leave the parties until tomorrow morning. Even main case. Plan his exit accordingly. Okay. I don't know. pack it. I still have a couple more hours to do something else, so maybe just travel around, maybe.
Alright.
There go those beautiful enamel boots. May they rest in processing.
I will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands, I'll take the legs.
Okay. See you later, Kim. Oh, I got 3 points. Okay, which one should I upgrade? So we're done with that one. Master machine, pick, lock, and pockets. Sneak under their nose, shun them with submerge. Okay. Reaction speed, quick to react, untouchable man. One of these. Keep your poker face. Physical instrument, flex powerful. What should I upgrade for one more? La, 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 la. Let's just do this one. Yeah. Oh, this is the bullet evidence. Let me see that.
The bullet is safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. Kim has filled out the label on the bag with the item number, case number, and date and location the bullet was found.
What do I do with you, bullet?
The squished little thing has no idea. I know. You should find the gun that shot this bullet.
Fight against
That sounds like something a police detective would do. First, you should learn all you can about this little guy. Then find the gun that shot it and the person that gun belongs to. He used it to kill your victim. Neato.
Yeah.
The squashed bullet has some sharp edges where the jacket has split open. It feels cold, even through the bag. You wouldn't ordinarily have cause to handle jacketed bullets. The citizens' militia uses cast bullets only. Little pebbles of metal loaded from the muzzle, usually in a cartridge.
Inspect.
The jacket of the bullet is made of a yellowish metal. It has blossomed out to reveal a dark grey core. The base of the bullet is close to 5 millimeters in diameter.
Oh, that's around this height. Yeah. It's kind of big.
The core is lead. The brass jacket probably didn't cover the entire bullet. Otherwise, the softer metal wouldn't have expanded quite like that.
Look at that jacket.
You can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet. Little hairlines, linear. It feels standard.
The core.
It's quite destroyed.
Oh.
Some of the fragments are still lodged in the wound. What's interesting about the bullet thus far?
It's soft point bullet with a lead core and brass jacket close to it.
Exactly. A very unusual jacketed bullet. One that would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle.
Yeah.
Not from a muzzle-loader like those typically found on the streets of Martinaise. Very interesting. You have an unusual military-grade bullet in your hand. Now all you need is to find a gun that could fire it.
Really high. Wow. Eyes, hand, eyes, coordination. Aware of the name, rifle.
A rifle, Revolutionary period. Your bullet looks to be an old 4.46 millimeter.
Wait, I have
from
a
the
gun
surplus
already in
left
it.
over from the turn of the century. Probably an antique or a retrofitted antique.
Make.
The 4.46 caliber was widely used with the Belmar grade rifle, a Revacholian manufacturer. The BN dominated the battlefields of the Insulindian theatre of the anti-centennial revolution 50 years ago. Incidentally, you have just such a rifle with you. The dusty old thing you found hidden in the basement below the commercial area.
Yeah.
It's unusable, sadly. If it were, the bullet would probably fit the chamber.
Is anyone still making this rifle?
No, but Zeliger, a major firearm manufacturer, ended up with a surplus after the war. So there are still a lot of these old military rifles floating around, usually broken. The quality was appalling.
Who was Bella Murder?
Antiques enthusiasts, guerrilla fighters in distant countries, a few lucky jamrock bangers. You're looking for the same thing you found in that hidden weapons cache, only in working order.
Antiques consisting guerrilla fire is distinct country. Okay.
Back at the station, the lieutenant is standing at a counter, diligently filling out paperwork to hand over to a tired records clerk. You should share your findings with him as soon as possible.
We're done with that. So let's see. Watch out the death mail. Locate working firearm. Okay, let me ask this guy again.
Officer! God damn it. Pull yourself together, Rene. What do you want?
It is such a pleasure to see you again.
Let's see what's this here. Take to the wood, please. So remember the. Okay. Oh my, what? It takes willpower to read the author's name.
Right. What about him? Honestly, not that different from you. That's one way to put it, yes. No offense. I'd also add he's a little bit chubby. What else? He was wearing a dark brown leather jacket with a bright blue inner lining. The lining is hand-sewn. I made it myself. It's his cool jacket. God knows it's too cold to run around in this, but he refuses to change. I even tried throwing it away once, but he just dug it out of the bin. Can you believe it?
He took it out of the bin.
Well, what can you do? I hope that at least that extra lining helps him keep warm at night. I wouldn't like him to catch cold.
She gives you a short nod before
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
I heard one of the drivers women, but I don't know if she's here. Do you know this lady driver?
I don't want to talk about that.
What? Okay, here's something. You don't be too pry, but I need your help. She may be involved in the drug business.
Man, I was hoping it isn't gonna be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is.
I asked you who conducted the trade. You say you didn't know, now you're saying you do.
I didn't, man. I told you I was hoping it's not her. That she wouldn't be mixed up in it.
It's true. We would have caught a lie. But a kind heart is tricky.
Yeah.
Emotional rhetoric. He knew something and he didn't share it with you. That's a fact.
Who is this person? What's her name?
Thank God I don't know. People here call her the Lady Driver. She kept her name a secret. From me too. Now I see why.
Ah, okay. Who is she to you?
A friend? An acquaintance. I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay?
Okay. What does she look like?
A youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way.
Color hair?
Blue and violet.
Blue and violet.
Dyed. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
Ah.
Then she may have dyed it again.
When did she leave?
Damn, I don't want to...
What?
Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person. I know that much.
It's a part of police investigations.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it.
What?
I can't have that on my conscience.
You say she's trouble. How? Okay.
She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her.
Oh. I'm not snitching, just a few questions.
It's snitching, man.
Oh my god.
I know what it is.
I was told everyone afraid of her. You are not?
I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind.
Her mind?
The way it worked.
Oh.
The trouble it was giving her.
The pain it was causing her.
Okay. When she left, did she leave her Rory behind?
Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
He's right. There are other options. The raceman, for one.
Okay.
The grey-haired woman. Maybe she knows something.
Grey-haired woman? No.
Wait, this guy says they're friends, then acquaintances, and he's okay with others ratting her out.
Force Tommy. So you alright with other writing? You just don't want your hands dirty?
Fine. I don't want to be a butcher. And I don't want to be a knight either. I just want to be a person who can sleep at night. A little fame wouldn't hurt too.
Oh my god. Put yourself in my shoe then. I need another investigation too. It's important. I can blow it.
You're not going to put a bullet in your head if you blow it, are you? Because she's on the edge, man.
I wouldn't be so sure, Tommy.
I don't want to force him, but...
I thought you were a different kind of cop.
Remember, you're doing it for the bigger investigation. This is important. Relax. Ask.
Okay. Where is the lady driver?
Here.
Take a king ring from his pocket.
The keys to a motor lorry. Pretty complex. Looks like a chain lock.
Her lorry's still here. Down past the Statue of Philippe. The cabin is green. You can get in there with these. That's all I know.
When did she leave?
Last Friday.
Ah. Anything else? Like, where is she now?
No. I don't know.
Okay. And why did you have her keys?
She left them to me. Because she trusted me. So I can get it out of the way when the jam breaks loose. Otherwise...
The other drivers would have to break in there to get the machines moving. And they would find what's hidden inside. Something incriminating.
I'm sorry, okay?
I bet you are. Nah. I need to think my own thoughts now. Pray forgiveness for my sins. Go check your cabin. I hope it gets you something. Help someone.
Alright. I got another one of these. Jam mystery. Search the lady car right near the monument.
Hello, compatriot. You have something to discuss?
Right to work.
Right to work!
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Oh, come on, game. Don't do this to me again. Oh, come on. There we go. So we still got a little bit more time. I guess. Maybe you should upgrade my flex body too. I mean, look at me. Hooligans. Send body to process. Find bullet. Get the body down. Okay. What's the quest again? Hold on. Put clothes in trash. Husband, One Piece Army.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves. And your boombox, that gold and amber Harmon Waushi, stares at you longingly with its tape reel eyes.
Okay.
And here you are. Quality sound reproduction on the go. It'll play anything, wherever. Turn any tape into a conversation of sounds and shapes.
Thank you. Now I can have this. What the fuck? What did I just play now?
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Football within no humans. Only dogs, no more. Ah, looks like I can go in there. What's that? Oh, this is the car. Okay.
This screen found A to Z Contemporaire is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days. This is the one the man pointed to. His friend's lorry.
Ah, okay. Pick.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and two steering levers. Posters cover the small windows in the back.
Okay.
You can't make out what's on them.
Unlock the door.
You push the key into the lock and turn. It makes a cracking sound. Then the door pops back a few centimeters. You can just... The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you.
Oh.
The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals. There's something odd about the passenger seat. The seating fabric has been pulled tight over the lower side of the seat where the toolbox should be.
A Maya poster.
These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air.
Ah.
It's spicy, with a hint of amberette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin.
What's that smell?
The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume, probably granate number 5.
Study the
The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. This is Tijon, a starlet from the dawn of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic, untimely death.
What happened to her?
She wasted away in a drug den called the Door to the River, not far from here, on Boogie Street, a mixture of cocaine and morphine. She was afraid of the world, and the camera, too. The actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached to the dashboard, and a toolbox sits under the driver's seat. Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver. The peculiar frequency tableau indicates that at least 128 stations have been saved on this radio. It has to be an advanced model to fit so many frequencies next to each other without blending them together.
Why would anyone need so many?
Unclear. For contacting an entire fleet of lorries, for example. This must be the nerve center of a well-organized operation.
Is there anything I can do with the radio?
Not without the dial key.
No. Okay.
The smell of 1,000 cigarettes, some dead actresses, and a rusty old toolbox under the seat.
Check the pedal.
You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver.
Oh my god.
But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle.
Why?
Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Would also rub off the pattern.
Matching one of the footprints found from the crime scene.
Huh?
Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching.
Interesting. Oh god. Okay. The missing 8, Hardy?
Looks like it, yes.
Oh shit. And she also the one running with the drug trade. Handful.
You've identified the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys had anything to do with the drug trade? You should probably still talk to them, see what they've got to say for themselves.
Yeah.
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls, but there's something strange about the passenger seat. The radio transmitter sits on the center console, and the pull-out toolbox lies hidden under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
The radio sits on the center.
A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper.
Unfolded.
It's an issue of Petit Feric from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages.
Pick up the note.
It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system. These formulas look oddly painful. Maybe it's the hangover, but they give you a headache. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Posters, a radio, dust on the windows.
Peel up the cover.
Voila! A stack of neatly folded papers has been stashed behind the seating fabric.
Oh.
You see 3 maps depicting a large metropolitan area. It's Revachon. Some of its routes and highways have been outlined with a pen.
For open.
This large map displays the elevated motorway called 881. The intake leading to Martinez is marked with a blue X. There's another X on the off-ramp at a place called the Old South.
Oh, south.
Toll booths at the intakes are marked with a circle. It looks like there are scant few ways of getting onto the elevated motorway that runs over Jamrock, and this person knows them all. There, hundreds of thousands of motor carriages roar on the 881, high above the massive brown and red roofs that is Jamrock. The commuters don't even look down. The world ceases to exist outside the windshield.
Well, that's the road lead.
To Couron, through the middle-income neighborhoods there, by the river, and then to Stella Maris and La Delta for work, while the men and women of Jamrock scuttle to their fates below the road.
For open the second
This municipal map from the 30s displays a complex system of storm sewers underneath a sub-district called the Pox, old military hospital, right adjacent to the 41st precinct.
Third one.
The final map displays a labyrinth of service tunnels left over from the construction of motorway 881. A few routes have been marked with a pen, where the tunnels and sewers surface near the eminent domain, and a traffic island in central Jamrock by the lake. These service tunnels were probably used during the construction of the foundation beneath the motorway. Looks like the smugglers have infiltrated the road network belonging to East Motor Tract.
Smuggler has infiltrated.
The cluttered cabin of the abandoned lorry offers no reply. If only Lieutenant Kitsuragi were here to help you piece together the evidence.
Great. We need to come back later.
You stuff the maps back under the seat cover. You close the rusty old lorry door. Your job here is done.
Confront. Yeah, I need him back first now. I cannot do this now.
The tear machine. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money...
Hold on. Maps. ice maker
The legend is here. You know the drill. Smoke up, Pilsner up, buy the beautiful bottle of blue spirits. It's magic. My kind of guy. Here you go, friend.
let's buy one for now. Okay.
Hi, by amphetamine I mean speed.
I thought you didn't hear me when I said. I thought by speed you mean. Okay, right.
Good, good, my man. Now what can I offer you?
What business venture you set up?
Oh, the system's been good to old Rosemary here, and I'm milking her like a bitch goat in the backyard.
What do you mean?
You see, friend, man makes his own luck, and I made mine real good. Got my hands on 3 bottles of liquor exquise, sold 2 to the fellows around here, and immediately invested the profit. Bought cigarettes, bought beer, even bought a bit of speed. And look at me now. I've got everyone on my hook.
The hook. Where is it? I can't see it.
Of course, of course, of course. It is what it is, you know. What it's always been. People, buddy boy. It's the people.
Why did the bottle spend cost 300 real?
See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture.
No one will buy this.
You know what's crazy, actually?
He's finding it difficult to focus his watery gaze.
What is?
What?
What do you mean, what? What do you think was crazy earlier?
This guy.
Conversation might bring a discount, no?
Where do you get it from?
Oh, this is medicinal spirits. The good stuff. Got it from the doctor's office.
Doctor.
I got one of those scientific ampoules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink. Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go.
5 lemons with a pack of butter and you're good to go. That sounds
It
interesting.
was. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of help.
Oh,
Finally,
God.
the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Not a charity, the real thing. Those arseholes charged me 4 real to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all.
And then no shame taking money for survey deprived.
But the idiots left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach high school biology. I know what doctors use to preserve dead things. It's like 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila! What's left is this beautiful blue stuff. 98.7%, almost pure alcohol.
Okay.
2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one is yours for 3 real, if you want it.
Don't say it.
Don't say it now.
$3 and it's yours, friend. The deal of a lifetime.
Well done. You got it.
Yeah.
That's a much more reasonable price right there.
Yeah.
Makes sense now.
Woo!
Just make sure to enjoy that one, friend.
I got for free real. Nice. This blue spirit has an 98.7 pure alcohol. Keep away from open flames. Okay. So I got more packed cigarettes, speed bottles, alcohol. Psych and physical. I got some of these shits. Yeah. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna walk around here.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad. It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth.
Ugh.
It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence to dry out. Unfortunately, that just seems to have stiffened it into a shapeless mass.
Thank you for the bottles, guys. What the hell? Another photos. What's this? Makeshift roof. Oh. Big wine canister is open empty.
The smell. It's awful and familiar. It doesn't help. You can still smell it. Keep it in now. Don't overreact. Breathe.
What is it?
Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear. The signs of decaying meat.
Oh.
It announces itself from 24 meters away. A warning. A memento mori.
God damn it.
A sense of dread washes over you as you look ahead. There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin. 2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up. They seem unhygienic. Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra. Red Astra is the black market version of Astra cigarettes, known for their high tar content. You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads Shish Kebab Revolution.
Shish Kebab.
It's no older than a day or two. No mold yet. It's hard to concentrate in the smell. The sea air brings some relief. A man lies on the boardwalk. his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle.
Oh god.
Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the right leg. The fall has left him broken, contorted like a sad puppet.
An accident.
The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there. Another dead body. This is your job. Steel yourself. Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe. He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest. A cool leather jacket with a bolt of blue? Oh no, this sounds terribly familiar. You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into two. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Sunflower seed, rain-soaked library card, fall into two.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. A bad fall. It might have been dark outside. This place is a minefield in the dark. When damp, these boards are really slippery. Even a sober man could lose their balance here. His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his moustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years. There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist. Be very, very careful where you step there.
Oh shit.
A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch. A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside. Rubowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall. The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too. Confirmed. Nearly the whole pack is there. Solidified on his lower rear teeth. They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause of the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile. You see waves churning below. Something cracks beneath your feet.
Oh shit.
He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole, and you would have never found him. The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back. First, you need to talk with the lieutenant, then report back to the station. This is too complicated to handle on your own.
Okay. Moonshine, only. Another dead guy here. Filthy jacket. Okay, let's see. Where's filthy jacket? Oh, there you go. Ah, nice. Okay, let's do this one.
You hold in your hand the colorful primer. The title reads, "A primer for small kids." There's a bear involved.
Exactly what I need.
This book will show you the score, get you oriented with those basic concepts you appear to be hazy on. The anthropomorphic bear will give you the lowdown of your life.
On what?
The alphabet.
Oh, flip to the page.
Every page has one word designating one letter of the alphabet with a faded illustration. Most of them are scientific and cultural principles. It goes as follows.
Let's do this.
A is for azimuth. B is for Boreas. C is for cosine.
Cosine.
D is for diamite.
Diamite.
E is for ellipse.
Ellipse.
F is for phlogiston.
Phlogiston.
G is for gamete. H is for homeboy. I is for econ. J is for Eura. K is for collapse. L is for laudanum. M is for myriad. N is for nadir. O is for aureole. P is for perihelion.
Yeah.
Q is for quasar. R is for rhododendron. S is for sinus. T is for tricolor. U is for ultra. V is for vector. W is for Wahrheit. X is for xylophone. Y is for Ustava. Z is for zenith.
That's it.
That's it. You know the alphabet now.
In what is called IL, international language. What about this thing?
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53. Billy is a unisex name.
Oh.
Could be the deceased, or his family member.
Look inside.
Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller.
Radio theater.
Stand a little less between me and the sun.
Okay.
The last one in the list is The Glinton Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned. Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too.
Look at backside.
If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business hours 900 to 1800. You should first decide what to do with the corpse before taking any further actions. Talk to Kim about it.
What about this? Filthy jacket.
As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound.
Oh. Why is this so disgusting?
It's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Are you sure you can stomach it?
Think about it.
It occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but rather the thick crust of jetsam and seagull shit that ensconces it.
Oh.
It smells like a dead sea creature, tangled in grey strands of seaweed. It must have spent quite some time in the water before the tide deposited it ashore.
Gross.
Why? Why did you think about it? Look at your hands. They're covered in muck.
Maybe if I wipe my hands on my pants. Ew.
Now you're just flicking that shit everywhere. This is a disaster. You'll never get the smell out.
Great, thanks, game. Nice.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years. Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase. There's rust and corrosion on the bars. They're foaming with it. And a small layer of white salt from the sea.
Can I go under here? Nope. Tiny cage. Soggy, okay. Is he supposed to get fire going in the ocean? Heavy material blockage. Oh god, my nose. Okay. Look at this. Look at my quest. Wait, I cannot fast forward now or what? Oh, that's just shit. Hello girls. I often I doing every day actually, and in case if I'm not free, I will tell you first head on actually. Okay, what should we do? Okay, I'm gonna take a break and I will be back soon, so stay tuned. Sorry, I'm back. Took you a little long time for that. I hear you. Inside you can hear sound, some kind of heater. Heater?
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
I found this jacket, but it's filthy. Could you wash it for me?
I can wash it for you, but it's going to take about a half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long?
Yes.
Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you'll have an easier life in your hands.
Oh, what's this? Sweat like pigs.
Hi, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's in your mind, officer?
Oh, Lord, okay.
Oh, that's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea?
I was drunk.
This calls for a funeral, if you ask me.
Oh, you were just teasing me, honor the.
Aye. Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all?
What? And oh, I thought maybe I should.
Why odd? Our things are a part of our life world. They're made with our human sweat and they share human history. We should care about them as we care about humans. To some extent, at least.
Life world. Someone's been reading up on last century Gotvaldian philosophers. Play it cool now.
Oh yeah? You won't even be able to get it out of the water before early June. And where are you going to bury it? Who to invite? What music to play at the wake? Take it from someone who's been through a few funerals. It's easiest to just leave them there and let nature take care of it.
It's going to be quite a few years before nature is able to completely take care of a motor carriage. You could always come back in a few months and see if you still want to give it a proper send-off.
I understand, believe me. I really do. I think about all the frivolous side activities I could be doing every time I go out there with my nets. But daydreaming is a rich man's game. At sea, you can't afford to be careless and dream. Anyway, what are we talking about here again?
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Nothing, I'll be off. Oh, what's that?
This is it, the scene of the party. The fire pit, cigarettes, and empty bottles all evidence it. Looks like they were here a while, judging from all the bottles. The sunken motor carriage provided them a focal point, like a goose ice sculpture or a chocolate fountain.
Interesting. Impossible. That means I can go in there now. Oh, thanks, game. Oh, where's where's that lady gone?
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by we're out related. Your flashlight slides over an old green chalk. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos. These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be translucent Welkins. You should adopt one of those Welkins. One of the Welkins, towering among the rest. It's Vara Hamira, the hull door that your eyes glide over. The photo collage depicts barren, entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, albeit dark and cold. This a pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario.
Ah, well,
a desperate fight for."
You need to buy it, and then okay.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old sub. You slip your fingers under. No, this is going to need something else. Some kind of super pry bar. If you want to try again, then you need to have the...
Equip the pry bar by going to...
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Hold on, huh? How many bottles do I have now? 3 bottles, okay.
The tear machine, your bottles clunk into the...
Okay, let's talk to him now.
Hi again, Gendarme. Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer? Convenient. But what are you doing here? Talking to me. Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer? Well, here's to you. Bye-bye, Gendarme.
Can I help you? What is this thing?
It's no biggie, I just thought it looked nice on the wall.
What, the interior decorating kind? You know, I'm sorry. This is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy. I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
This was mostly about the fucking cardio. Massive cardio here. You'll live till 90, or you get a heart attack from running.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again. Of course, dear. Is there a particular cryptid that you're interested in learning about?
What's the tiniest cryptic?
Cryobacter catlensis.
Catlensis?
Yes, a unicellular bacterium that was discovered in one of the northernmost points of Kotla on the Boreal Plateau by renowned geologist Caitlin Mijanou some 70 years ago.
What's so special about it?
Bacterial colony Mijanou found had remained alive while frozen in ice for longer than anyone could reliably estimate. Certainly from before recorded history, Mijanou disappeared shortly after injecting herself with the bacteria she had brought back to study, no doubt in hopes of prolonging her own life. yes. Impossible? No. Although, everything has a price, sweetie. After Mijanou treated herself with the bacteria, she stopped aging, but also became increasingly eccentric and irascible,
Ugh.
so that even her oldest friends were forced to pull away.
Wow.
We can assume that she has been living somewhere in the wilderness for decades now, all alone except for the Cryobacter catlensis coursing through her bloodstream.
What's the most interesting?
The gnome of Jeroma.
Gnome of Jeroma. That doesn't sound too bad.
Oh, it is. None of his victims survived.
Oh.
Grieving relatives never even found their bodies because the gnome's venom dissolved organic tissue.
So what did Skeptic look like?
It was reportedly a small creature with webbed fingers and a protruding forehead and a gangly little thing. Quite scary to look at. A couple of campers found it when it was already dying. They heard an odd wailing in the woods and followed the sound. They were scared and wrapped it in tarpaulin to suffocate it. It still took the gnome of Jeroma an entire day to die.
Oh.
Alas, no. And the first scientist who got his hands on the creature's corpse put it in a jar of formaldehyde, thinking that would detoxify the gnome's venom. Instead, all the venom leaked out of the creature's teeth and into the surrounding liquid, dissolving the creature itself. A poetic end, perhaps, but a real loss for science.
Alas, always alas, and then it was gone. Isn't that overly convenient? Sure, a perfectly good explanation. It dissolved in its own venom. Go on then. Ask about more gnomes or whatever.
Is there any other invisible?
What an interesting question. And the answer is yes, there are.
What's that?
The col de Mama d'Aqua, or thin whisper of sound. And that's precisely what it seems to be. Self-replicating sound waves, invisible and intangible. It's very afraid of us, which makes it incredibly difficult to track.
Interesting.
Col de Mama d'Aqua can also be translated as a whisper light and low.
Plenty. It's the evidence that led to its discovery. In the 20s, a group of Areopagi ornithologists, that is, scientists who study birds, were trying out a new recording technology for capturing sounds outside the range of human hearing. When playing back recordings they had made in the foothills of the Ea mountain range, they noticed certain anomalies, patterns that seemed random at first, but on closer examination were consistent with the waveforms of songbirds. The scientists soon discovered they could track and even predict what appeared to be feeding, mating, and migration patterns based on sound waves in a strictly delimited range of ultrasonic frequencies, even higher than those of the highest pitched bat calls.
She transforms, when speaking about these strange animals, into a confident woman.
They realized that they had discovered a new species and called it the col de Mama d'Aqua, after the Paracanassian name for the voice of God, which is said to be very silent.
Really? Wow.
They grew quite obsessed with these little birds. Even though they couldn't see them, they could distinguish among individual birds and even began to name some of them.
Name them?
Sequester, Time, Joscan. Those are but some of the Mama d'Aqua they followed individually. Yes, that's another translation. They're both quite lovely, aren't they? Although the low part is a little ironic. The col de Mama d'Aqua makes, or rather is, such a high-pitched sound that other animals, including humans, can't hear it. It could be everywhere all of the time, and we wouldn't know.
Wow. So how can be the sound?
Many scientists have asked the same question. Some have claimed that it isn't itself a sound, but a tiny corpuscle that emits sound waves. But there's no evidence to support this theory.
Oh, could it be deer?
It could be. As I said, it could be everywhere. And we wouldn't know any better. It could be ringing all the days of our lives and nights.
Maybe it's predatory.
What if it's predatory?
It's not. Don't worry. If it were predatory, we would have found it by the damage it inflicts.
I wouldn't be so sure. What if the damage is also invisible?
That is a sad story. A group of university students assisting with the field work in their enthusiasm for the project, and no doubt because they were preoccupied with impressing their professors, nearly drove it to extinction.
Extinction?
They tried to communicate with it and had no other means but sound. So they started sending out sound waves at frequencies they thought might match the Mamadakwas. And what happens when a sound wave meets another sound wave of the same frequency, dear?
This lady really should be a teacher. She's really good at the explaining things thing.
Yeah.
Psst. They cancel each other out. Psst.
They cancel each other?
Exactly. And these tests were performed so recklessly that when they happened upon the right frequency, well,
oops,
they wiped out most of the population.
Wow.
After that, the corpuscle appears to have migrated elsewhere. There have been recordings of anomalies similar to those spotted in Ea, but they've been few and far between. It's impossible to confirm the presence of any stable Mamadakwa population anywhere.
Interesting.
What about what?
Man, just can't give it nowadays.
I'm glad you like them, but I'm not really one to tell you about all of them. You should ask my husband if you get the chance. He's the real expert.
Okay.
You see, the old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years, the door does not.
Right now, look at that. I might need to do some more fist paint. Or more of this. I need to more of that. Composure. And is there another quest I can do? Oh God, my nose. Look into it. The food, no.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
What's in that food you're making there?
The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his, and then seems to wait for you to speak. I'm pretty sure he asked you a question. He doesn't know your language. You can just say something cool in return.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Just one word. Sounds quizzical. Then he awaits your answer with his brow arched.
Horse need more
Vodka? Of course, vodka. Now that makes a very, very special borscht indeed. Turn it up and then ask for some yourself. Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea.
Oh.
Honestly, the place is a powder keg. The cook gives you a long, disappointed look, then turns the stove off and seems to wait for you to speak. The mention of mañana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent. He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
Another done แล้วเหรอ It's 8 p.m. So what should I do now? I don't want to wait now. Can I just talk more people?
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Yes? What is it? Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
He's an asshole.
You're an asshole.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe we're both assholes.
Yeah.
Please, let's not turn this into another exchange, okay? It means I'm a patrol officer, sir.
Okay, that's all I need. It's about money, you know.
Was that? Could it be the Calder Mama Dakwa? No, it's probably just your imagination ringing in your ear. There seems to be an extremely high-pitched ring. Ultrasonic. Lena said it was very high-pitched, right? It's like something tickles your ear. Lena also said that it couldn't be heard by any other animal, including humans. What you're hearing must just be a regular bird. Honestly, your ear isn't hearing a whole lot. The distant hum of the industrial harbor, the traffic. But, admittedly, there is a high-pitched noise somewhere there too. But then, isn't there always? There it is again. You're about to rediscover a long-lost species. Yeah, but how are you going to catch it? It must be very close. Maybe, just maybe, it will come toward you. Oh no. The sound. It's moving away. Somewhere over there. Go after it. No. Too late. It's gone. There is no ringing anymore. Just the sound of the streets.
Go then leave.
Keep your ears peeled, then. If the species really has migrated to Martinez, you're sure to hear it again.
Yeah, I might need this one next นะ and sniff it now. Talk to Titus.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet
Oh,
holes in the
okay. Nope, I don't want to drop it just yet.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubble. The metal feels cold and wet under you. This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary. Your money disappears into the coin slot, a clunk, the ring of metal. The curtains on the display open. You lean in to catch the view. It's blurry, different blues and greens. In the middle of the shimmer stands a drab grey shape, like a ghost. The lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, a man-made structure is visible. A half-sunken sea fort, its concrete almost reconquered by nature. It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree grows out of it.
Oh well.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. You have no clue. So many walls all over Martinaise. Weather-worn, cracked.
What should I do next? I don't want to talk to Joy just yet now. You know what? Since what? What's that noise?
Take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum.
You know what? Since I'm alone, let's do this.
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, the radio plays. No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Where am I? Who are you? Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
What's so bad about 50s?
The men have small jaws and everything is made out of plastic. Why do you need plastic when you can make the world out of amber?
What else would you be then?
Back in Methka, during the time of the revolution, the sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Goyadero picture starring Gabriel Buendero. Until you came along, that is.
Who's...
This is Gabriel Buendero.
Oh.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen. This man's got a hold over her, even 50 years later. You can feel it.
Yeah.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen. And schoolboys used to memorize all his lines.
In all likelihood, it's a world that's only ever existed in her mind.
So you increased?
Someone was.
Someone you are, they are not your memories?
They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not? They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this. I wasn't dreaming. I was there.
Oh,
Roman.
okay.
It was early spring, and the man behind the black sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden. While you, people, were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution, in Meth, it was a golden age.
Really, Meth?
The Republic of Mesk is a massive confederation on the Isola of Muindi, the world's largest state by territory. It's a petrostate, a constitutional monarchy, and, as of recently, an outcast due to its tilt to the far right.
Right.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
What are you holding?
Diamonds.
Really?
Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
Okay, what are you really holding?
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
Oh. So you don't know what you're holding in your own wallet?
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean. Then it's contraband, Loman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildos.
Okay, hold on.
Bad Hand Hermenegildos' bad hand strangled 300 people.
Oh.
What can I say? Some people just really like strangling people.
Okay. I still don't really understand this whole buying clothes thing.
Of course not. To truly understand the boyadero, you need to listen to On the Western Plain.
The boyadero, boya for short, is a cowherder from upstream Magritte, the great steppes of northern Mesk. He is a rugged individualist and explorer.
Ah, what's that?
It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring boyadero. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the Western Plain.
I guess that doesn't happen.
Of course not. The boyadero returns from the Western Plain a changed man. One night, as he and his beloved are out walking along the river Maigret, she pleads with him to give up his riding and settle down.
In the background, you can hear the orchestra swell as the screen fills with the maiden's imploring eyes.
I think I see where this is going.
So the boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Magritte. Then he rides off, because the Western Plain is calling to him.
Oh, that's a terrible song.
You have to understand. A true boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can't be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish.
Yeah.
She didn't know what it meant to love a boyadero.
If I came, you seen away.
What do you mean?
I mean, you were the dream.
Yes? What about it?
Should you drive a lolly if you get like that?
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best caminers around. I drive routes no one else will.
What routes?
Lomonosovsland, Udachnaya Zemlya, Western Plain, the Transcatolia Magistral, U418, Adestradas du Mirador, all the good ones, the deep trenches, where the bluebirds fly. You're right, Loman. I'm the one who should take my health more seriously. Thank you for looking out for me.
A correct appraisal. You're quite shabby.
Is that all you woke me up to say?
You seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs.
What do I need drugs for, Loman?
Okay, not
what
her.
I see, what I feel, the great adversary, no drugs can compare.
An adversary?
Yes. There is a protagonista.
Right.
And an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole.
Those epithets are familiar somehow. The great adversary, the great unrest. I don't like the sound of any of that. Sounds like a horrible drug. The worst one of them all.
That's really not what I'm getting at. Where should I get by?
If you don't know,
maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
You're man, Loman. What of it? Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way.
Okay, you say you don't know the kaku.
Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grat, in the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grat, Loman?
I don't know, that's why I asked you.
It's diamonds.
Oh, okay.
Damn this. Make her answer.
Easy. He's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet.
Oh,
never
God.
trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
I would never make fun of a real low man, Herithia.
I didn't ask you about diamond, didn't I?
Diamonds are good for you, low man. You should try them sometime.
If you're not involved in the
Make
drugs,
yourself
everything.
pretty like Eva de Zoras. Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the features of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will. to the Great Plains. Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesky.
Oh, save. There must be a way to go in here.
A lorry stuck in the traffic. Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
The lights are so pretty when it gets dark. It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man.
Oh, that was simplified.
Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir. It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something. Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
What about when both of men are bad?
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
Yeah. What about when everyone is poor?
That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Sometimes you have to write about real life things.
Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end.
What about books where the man and lady business?
I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum. I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
Think about it, one where the person.
No, I don't know.
You can take this. Blossom like a pain flower.
Oh my god.
The girl is at a loss for words.
Oh shit, am I just make her... Oh my god.
She shifts and sways on her feet, looking confused and uncomfortable.
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how to help you. Sir, sorry, sir. I'm still little. I can't...
It's time to leave it be. You're about to make a child cry. Are you proud of yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry.
Maybe some about other books? Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them. I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
But it does make the famous people more famous.
Yeah.
Why would they do that, sir?
Superstar.
That's so cool. Maybe they'll make you a book cover picture and everything. Standing over a dead body, holding a gun.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
Why you keep your hands folded?
What do you mean, sir?
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them.
It's okay.
She brings out her reddened hands.
Oh.
Her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
Oh.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
Here are a few other hints.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
She actually is impressed. This is more like a defensive reflex.
Yeah.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
It's intense detection on the way of business.
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't.
I hope this didn't detain you.
It was okay, sir.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
Think so?
You're quite sober.
Sober.
I'm sorry, sir. I hope things get better soon.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar, somehow. There's something you're missing. You have absolutely no idea.
Oh.
Familiar? How? You must have forgotten something you learned
Okay.
again. The portal reel is just what you press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing. It sounds like someo's moving in the room, getting comfortable. Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad. Within seconds you know this is the one.
The real shit you're looking for.
The one you trust your room to. This one tells it like it is. This is your tune. A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning. Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like a million times. Yep, they're all here. All 3 verses. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version.
Oh.
It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way.
What?
Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand.
Alright.
Hey, was there something you needed?
Well, well. Bringing him that new bird sure made a difference in his attitude.
No, you don't. It's not happening. By causing more trouble, I think we're good. The whirling doesn't need more sad style. That's one of the styles it can do without right now. It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of 44.
What happened?
A lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke. Okay, yes, it's for some clients. Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
Yeah, I have mine.
The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just given him. He begins to frown. Hard. This is the look of a man who's
defeated.
He knows he's out of excuses.
Fine, fine.
Yes.
Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my hair. I'll plug it in for you. Damn this karaoke machine.
I'm having it uninstalled, he mumbles to himself.
Woohoo! I can sing now. Alright, everyone. It's your side, you belong here.
The stage is all set up for your
All
performance.
me, baby.
Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creak under your feet. You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Immediately, a loud feedback noise startles the room. You feel like an amateur. How are you supposed to hold the mic? Should you just sing into it? Where should you stand? Hands. Where do you put your hands? The bar is full and buzzing with chatter. No one is paying you any attention. But still you feel your knees turn to noodles. Okay, now a couple is looking at you. Even worse. Just make sure you move, okay? Don't be stiff. The air is thick with anticipation. Someone dims the lights as the music starts. A lump's in your throat suddenly.
Here we go. It's oh.
I would often go there
Wow.
to the tiny church there, the smallest church in Sanson.
Jesus Christ.
Though it once was larger, how the real may rest there, down through the mist there, towards the Seven Sisters, towards those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there in the tiny yard there. I have been so glad here, looking forward to the past year. But now
Oh.
you're all alone. None of this matters. And
What the fuck? That was terrible.
Do you hear that? It's the most pathetic applause in the world, Harry, made of pity. No one liked you.
You didn't like it, huh?
Your words echo in the karaoke mic. People talk in the distance. A couple tries not to look at you.
Quit yelling into the mic.
You hear, or think you hear, uncomfortable shifting around. A bit of laughter maybe. No one saying anything.
I'm gonna unplug the mic now, okay? That's it. I'm unplugging it.
That's it. You're unpowered.
So, is that terrible, right?
Wow. Just wow. I hope you really enjoyed yourself up there. Had a cathartic experience. Because for the rest of us, that really sucked.
Yeah, I should just waited.
It's safe to say this is about your karaoke performance.
Yeah, suck up there, sorry.
Good. It's good you're sorry. I'm not letting anyone up there anymore. Now, what did you want?
Yeah, I'm done. Can you hear my singing?
Oh, hello, dear.
Oh, okay.
There you are again.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
I can ask him again. Hello.
You know
Yes.
what it is. It's like the two of you know each other. Just ask him.
Oh, I definitely know you from somewhere.
Another life.
From where? Another life?
Yes, from another life. A different life. Maybe the life of a police officer belonging to the ranks of the... To what station do you think you would belong in this alternate and totally fictional reality?
41st.
Okay. That's plausible. That's entirely plausible. Now we're really getting somewhere. Somewhere good. Okay.
Okay, oh. Yeah, let's fantasize about that. I'm not busy. You're not busy. Let's play around. What would our relation be in alternate universe?
Let's be crazy. Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment?
Wow.
None taken, my friend. None taken. Let's be honest. There's been some purely fictional talk in our imaginary station in regards of who'd even be worthy of your partnership. And the conclusion is that a man with your caliber should form his own one-man policing unit. Anyone else would just slow you down. Oh no. You see, I enjoy watching other better cops solve crimes. And let me tell you, it's been quite a privilege seeing you work.
This isn't helping.
Who else is in our imaginary space station?
You're not going to believe this, but police officers, yes sir, solving crimes, locking up bad guys, and get this, and not getting that drink on at 2 o'clock. Just some regular boring motherfuckers in suits and uniforms. Nothing spectacularly extravagant like you, the far-out son of Lang. Oh, it's you, you eccentric genius.
Oh, me.
I mean, with your unorthodox approach to police work, it has to be you.
Want to tell me more about him or her?
Not even a little bit.
Oh.
Okay, yes, you get the joke. Leave it at that.
Okay.
Neither can I, partner. Neither can I. Okay, why not? Let's do the old thing over again. We're not wasting time. There is no time. You think he was hanged as a cover-up? To hide the shooting?
Why am I telling you this?
I don't know. Why are you? Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is it?
Yes? What is it?
Okay, the man with the sunglasses and his hypothetical Station 41. Weird, right?
Yeah, no.
There's something missing here. Something you can't put our finger on. You know what? Just ask him. I know it sounds crazy, and you'll probably get laughed at, but still. Yes, just cross it off the list. It's probably not true, though.
Yes? What is it? Okay. Yes. That was pretty good.
Really? Thank you.
What? No. No. There are universal standards of good out there, and that was just complete shit.
Jean, he's not right. Treat him like you treat McCoy's little brother.
McCoy. Huh?
Lieutenant W. Freighter, John Archetype McCoy's younger brother, Lance McCoy, although a man of 32 years, will mentally never surpass a 6-year-old.
Wow, okay. I'm standing right here.
Yes, and I'm wondering why. Don't you have a case to solve?
Yes? Did you want something from me?
Something's really bugging me. We are not from the same station.
God damn it, you leave her alone. Keep your weird bullshit to yourself and be professional for once, for fuck's sake.
Can I actually help you with something?
Yes, of course. Preposterous. I mean, you would remember if they were, right? Who forgets their squad mates? That's not possible.
Again? I can't believe this. I'm going to say no. Just to see what you'll say to that.
Okay.
Okay?
Jean, he said okay. Give it a rest.
Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter, male nurse, animal control agent, something of that kind. Not a cop. Go on with your cop work. Don't let me stop you again.
Oh yeah.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Look at that. Empathy. Let's travel this place a bit.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Marzov.
Cross myself.
A poor communard from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet. The bust doesn't reply. The hallway behind the bust doesn't reply. The hallway behind the door is empty. No one heard your words. This door is made of metal and appears to be no one answers.
That's my physics. Okay. Okay, what am I supposed to do right here? Oh, those two's gone. What the hell?
The door is closed. The lieutenant's door is closed.
I need to clean myself. Wash up this. Oh, thanks for the save.
This is not the cleanest bathtub in the world, but it's cleaner than you are right now. Ah, that soap scum smell. It smells like life, at least compared to you. The bathtub slowly fills with water. The water beckons. The water is only lukewarm, but still comforting, like amniotic fluid. A few beer cans are bobbing up and down along your flanks. like sad duckies. Now you are alone with your thoughts in the tub. But it's easier than being alone with your thoughts outside the tub. Your fingers grow pale and are covered with tiny whirls as the water cools. You see the corpse. You can still smell the cadaver on you. It's going to take more than one bath to get rid of that stench. Then, houses along a narrow street. A video rental. Darkness on the planet's curvature. The waterline recedes as you stand. You are cold now. Your clothes stick to your still moist skin.
Alright.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. The faucet is quite terribly mangled, but you just might be able to twist its parts into place. You handle the chain cutters deftly, applying just enough pressure. The faucet regains a recognizable shape. The steam stops. Told you that you needed those chain cutters. Everything is connected. Everything has a purpose. The mirror begins to clear slowly without you having to wipe it.
Please make it work. Make it work.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
Shit. Okay, you know what time it is? It's time to drunk.
Now that you've acquired some stimulants, it's time for a little pick-me-up. Time to detect.
Will it make me into a super cop?
It will make you into more than that. A mega cop. This is your modus operandi. This is how you've done it for years. Let's go.
But right here now?
See? That's your problem. A lack of confidence. Speed can help you with that. It can help you with everything. It's not ideal, no. But you need the zeal. Let's face it, you're never going to finish this case without cheating.
Huh.
You raise the bottle, close
and
inhale furiously. The rush is almost immediate. It tastes bitter and caustic and stings a bit inside your nose. Now the taste is slowly receding into your throat. The rush is growing in intensity. Your little heart pounding like a bird in a cage. A sweat breaks out across your brow. Your jaw clenches. You could work with this high. Like, literally work. Solve the case. File some papers. Maybe clean up your hostel room. Then solve another case. Then start a side investigation into the paranatural. Then build a radio computer.
Okay.
Whoa, this shit is strong. This shit is disco. To this, you kidding? There are downsides to not being on it. There are massive downsides. It's a potent neurotoxin. You're turning yourself into a frayed idiot. Spring. Everything is clear around you. You're ready to concentrate on the next task in the task chain.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a speed button. Speed gives +1 to motoric skills. Perception, reaction speed, hand-eye coordination, savoir-faire, interfacing, and composure. This is good before a white check, but damages your morale.
physical. I just hope I'm not gonna die. Nah.
Whoa. In your hand, Pyrrolidon, the double rainbow of synthetic hallucinogens, rare and gritty, a product of the age of atomic power. What a funny little cat. Don't let the scary medical warnings throw you off. It's an inadequate antidote to radiation poisoning, but a potent antidote to boredom. It's not gonna give you radiation poisoning, stupid. Pyrrolidon is a perfect match for a badass junkie cop who's looking for a little heat. You need to lower the radiation levels, your stomach thinks. Slurp it. The container is warm to the touch. Or is that just the anticipation? You screw the lid open and look. A little slit on the side lets you just slurp it up. Like an oyster. Come on, slurp it. You suck a minuscule drop of extremely chemical-smelling liquid into your mouth. There, it seeps into your tongue. When you swallow, it's already almost all gone.
Tastes like fire.
It tastes like many things, all melted into one conflagration in the back of your throat. As you look around, the world slowly exists as it did before. Only now, gentle flames lick at its edges, as though it were a photo burning.
Oh God, on fire.
Not really. It's just a metaphor. The effect of that otherworldly drop of liquid is slower, more subtle than that of real flames, yet just as warm. Why not? This government-developed substance seems very non-intrusive. You could even operate heavy machinery, fire machinery. Please don't actually operate any fire machines. Already you can tell you're going to be slurping a lot more Pyrrolidon. This stuff is going to give you insight into that little flickering light hidden in all human beings. If you can keep the vomit in, because it sort of also makes you want to throw up.
Oh God.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a Pyrrolidon button. It gives +1 to psyche skills. Empathy, suggestion, authority, inland empire, esprit de corps, and volition. This is good before rolling a white check, but damages your health.
Ok. Only 6 hours เลยเหรอโอ้โห took too long เนี่ย Oh, that feels good. You know what? Let's take this one off. Alright, you know what? Let's take some sleep.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it. It's not easy, but your bones are so tired from what feel like weeks of work on the case. You have to try. After what feels like hours, you feel you might be sleeping.
thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street.
Recorded in you forever on Faraday.
On and on it goes.
What the hell?
For untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising, rising. Above the dark curvature, the great wingspan of sleep. Studded with stars.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time, the last time. The smoke in her mouth, the plotted flowers, the faces turning, changing.
It's the world, Harry boy, and you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. You can never forget this shit.
The way the story to want it.
All stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers. Collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless, meaningless keepsakes.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
That's why I am part of Into the World.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will.
What?
And for what, brother man?
For the money, baby. For the greater good.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
What?
Are you sure? You could be closing the door on a brilliant and special future for yourself.
Did you hear that? He's renouncing politics. He's strictly business now.
Just another thoughtless vessel, plowing the grey seas of every day.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
You can do it. It's nothing. Do it for the city. Go. Do it for the wind. Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world. One conversation at a time.
Open your eyes. Oh. It's like I am testing those things. Okay. Oh, so it's not permanent งั้นเหรอ I just knew นะ
Harry,
Hi, man.
Yes?
Oh, that feels great. Okay, I think that's it for today's actually. That I will be yeah, there you go. We will continue with this game tomorrow actually. So thank you for watching, everyone. I'll see you guys on next stream with me. My name is Stone, and this is Stone Get Rich Channel. And I hope you have a great night. And I hope you have a great day and have a great night. Sorry,ครับ. Good night, guys. Thank